Something I always tell people before they start watching my video, I always say that my videos are not for everybody. By the third slide, I'm going to list out a list of people that I want to stop watching this video. And when I call you out, I would like you to just cancel, leave the video. The reason for this is because there are two types of people. There are people who are going to make it in life, and then there are the others. All right, so in this video, I'm going to be answering the question of how exactly I'm going to be able to pull 850,000 naira a month. If you lock me up in the room for 7 days, you give me a laptop, you give me internet, and 55,200 in my OPay account. And this headline is not just made up. It's not something that I just pulled off from my heart. I know you've seen headlines like this all over the internet from people that make money from selling courses. They're remarkably different because what you're seeing on your screen now is a screenshot of my brother's PiggyVest account. And the reason why I have my brother's PiggyVest account showing on your screen now is that this money you're seeing now on your screen, he was able to accumulate in 4 months. He was able to accumulate in 4 months. And he started from zero. So this is somebody who finished from the university. He wanted to go do, work. And he applied for a job back to back for 8 months. And he was not getting anybody. Nobody was, hiring him and stuff. And so I told him, you know what, come to my house and we're going to fix this. He came to my house. We locked ourselves up for 7 days. Came to my house, he stayed for 7 days, and by the time he was going, he had 850,000 naira in his account. Now, this was done at the height of when everybody was complaining about the economy. Everybody was complaining about the economy. He came to the house and he was able to pull 850,000 naira in 7 days. And then in the next 4 months, he was able to save up the amount you're seeing. This is his PiggyVest account. And, when I saw this, I said, okay, you know what? I think that this would make for a very nice headline. And then this is why you have this headline. If you locked me up in a room for 7 days and all I have is a laptop, internet, and 55,200 in my OPay, this is exactly what I would do to start making at least 850,000 naira a month. But I know that a lot of people, this is not the reality of a lot of people. So whenever something like this is brought up, of course, people are going to argue. People are going to say, it does not work. It's not true. And that is why we have more proof. This is the money that was being paid into his bank account. As you can see here, this one was done on the 9th of August, 130,000 naira. This one was done on the 15th of August, 130,000 naira. This one was done on the 12th of August, 146,000 naira. This one was 17th of July, 175,000 naira. Why are people paying this amount of money into his bank account? I'm going to be explaining why, and I can tell you for sure that this got started with just 55,200 naira. This is going to change your life. All right, now again, just for the doubting Thomas who are going to keep on saying, this thing is not going to work. This is not going to work because you don't make the money now. I'm going to go further and show you more proof. Now look here. This account, I don't know if you can see this. This thing started at zero. He started at zero, and he was able here. He got plus 160,000 naira into his PiggyVest. Here, the money went up to 303,000. He got 143. Here, 180. He now rounded up to 483,000. 300 naira came in, 783,000. 160,000 came in, 943,000, and like that. He was able to build the money that you saw on his PiggyVest account. Now, who needs to leave this training? It's not for everybody, honestly, right? This training is going to change your life. And I know this might come off a little bit arrogant, but trust me, it's not. I've seen people doubt it when their life is about to change. They come up with all sorts of reasons why they can't take up an opportunity that's about to change their life, or why they can't listen to a training that's going to change their life. And I don't want those kind of people here. All right, so this is not for you if you're beaten, like you're full of doubt and you're loud about it. All right, I honestly do not care about your self-doubt. I'm not your father. I'm not going to tell you that this is possible, you can do it. I'm not going to do that. All right, so if you're the kind of person who is full of doubt, you believe that you're not going to be able to make that kind of money in this life, then you can leave. You can leave. No hard feelings, right? If you also think that 35,000 to 75,000 naira is too much to invest in your future, then you should leave. All right. Now, if you're also the kind of person who expects results without putting in any form of work, no matter how little, then you should leave. If you're the kind of person who believes that it can't be coached, right? You're just ignorant and very loud about it. These are the kind of people I don't want. Honestly, you need to leave. All right. Now, I need to make a very quick disclaimer. What I'm about to share with you is not a get-rich-quick scheme. All right. I'm not coming here to tell you that you're going to walk down the road and then manna will fall on your laps. I don't believe in that, right? If you're the kind of person who likes to get money for nothing, then you should leave. But what I'm going to show you here is a gradual process. It is gradual. As you can see from my brother's PiggyVest account, it was gradual. This came in first. This came in second. This came in fifth. This came in on the 6th. It is gradual, but it is guaranteed. So I'm not going to say you're going to pull 1 million naira, you wake up in the morning and then 1 million naira is on your laps. No, but this is guaranteed. It's going to work. And the reason why I know this for sure is because it's predictable, it's proven. I've done this thing over and over again. I've helped somebody do this stuff and they're building a house right now. I helped somebody build this stuff. They were able to launch a 2023 vehicle, right? This stuff works. This stuff works. All right. I'm serious, but this is easy, but not simple. It is easy, but not simple. It requires real effort, but it's smaller than whatever effort you're putting right now. I'm very sure of this. Whatever thing you're doing right now, whatever effort it is you're putting on what you're working on now, this is way easier than that. I'm very sure about that. So I'm going to get very straight to the point. I don't like beating around the bush. I'm going to go straight to the point. So what I am going to do, if you give me the 55,000, what I did for my brother was I helped him go into e-commerce, specifically selling laptops. And you're probably wondering how? How is it that I helped my brother get into laptop business with just 55,200 naira? The cheapest laptop cost 100,000 naira, right? How can somebody buy a laptop with 55,200? How do they sell it? With which money would they use to start? How on earth can anyone sell it off between 2 to 7 days? And you're thinking to yourself, this is not possible. But the real thing is that it is not possible to you because you don't have the proven formula. You don't know exactly what it is that I know. So you have to pay attention and learn, because if you learn this, I tell you, if you learn this, your life is going to completely change. And my promise to you today is this. I make my promises, I keep them. My promises today is this. Write this thing down. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to get 10 laptops to sell without paying a kobo upfront. I'm going to keep this promise on this video training. Number 2, I'm going to show you how to sell off these laptops fast and make between 25,000 to 45,000 naira profit, even if you're selling it from a locked room, even if you're locked up in a room for 7 days, honestly, all right? I'm going to show you this. I'm going to prove it to you right here in this training. Write this down. I'm going to show you why this is the easiest way to predictably make up to 850,000 naira a month right now in this economy, all right? And this is not going to be theory. It's not going to be aspire to perspire. I don't have time for any of that. It's going to be straight to the point information that you can use in your life. Now, case study, all right? So showing on your screen is a screenshot from my ad account. If you don't know what an ad account is, you know, a lot of people go to Facebook or Instagram to, you know, comment, you know, like posts and then gossip, right? But there is a back end on your social media account. So what this back end does is that you can use it to run ads on Facebook. And the real business that Facebook is in is to get a lot of people to come on the platform, and then advertisers like us will run ads to these people and then sell stuff to them, right? So I ran this ad here with 55,200 naira, and as you can see, this ad reached 34,000 people. And out of the 34,000 people that it reached, 46 people placed an order. And these 46 people that placed an order, out of the 46, we sold 14 laptops to them. So which means that for each order we got, we spent 1,200 naira. Okay, so this ad ran for 3 days, and that's why I said I took the screenshots on the third day. The third day was not yet over when I took the screenshot, right? And as you can see here, what we spent was 50,200. I said that already. Now, the revenue, 14 sales that we got from this particular ad is valued at 2.7 million naira. Of course, all of them was not profit. We removed the ad cost, we removed the cost of the product, but this was done in 48 hours. 48 hours, right? And by the end of the day, you're going to learn how this works. Okay, now, the moment I got this result, like I always do, I tweeted it out. Talked about it, and this particular tweet got 27,000 views, right? And got 300 plus likes. We had more than 33 comments, and half of those comments was asking me, how did you do it? How exactly did you do it, right? And then I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to create this video. Okay, and that's why we have this video today. But before we get in, who exactly am I? I mean, it's only fair that you know exactly who you're listening to, so you know whether to take what I'm about to show you now and trash it, or whether to take it very seriously. My name is Nonso Caesar Nnamani. I'm the CEO of StayCut.com, a tech company with more than 500,000 users across 7 African countries. My company has paid 1 billion naira to its users in the past 3 years. You can Google us, right? Google StayCut, Google my name. The information is out there in the public domain. Now, I've been featured on Tech Cabal. Tech Cabal is one of the top tech news platform in Africa right now. I've been featured on the platform, and then 100,000 people follow my business advice online. But then this video is not about me. I'm just going to tell you about what I do, how to do e-commerce like I do it. All right. And then exactly what it is that I taught my brother that got him this result that he had. All right. How you went from, struggling to get a job, struggling to get by, and then coming to my house, stayed for 7 days, and boom, he has 3-point-something million in his account in just 4 short months. What exactly did he do? He did e-commerce, like I already said. And then, but then e-commerce, there's a lot of e-commerce people do right now that it's a waste of time, honestly. One of the things that I see people do, which I find very annoying, is they start e-commerce the hard way. It's either they are selling on WhatsApp to their family, friends, or they create Instagram and try to get likes and followers and struggling and doing this thing for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, struggling to sell stuff when there is a way to actually get results. Now, there are 3 types of e-commerce that I've seen people do. 2 types that I see people do, but the one that people don't know so much is this third one, which is the Easy E-com partnership model. And this particular one is the one that makes people money with the least effort and the least amount of invest. Few minutes if you stay and watch this video to the end. But then let us talk about the e-commerce that people know. What exactly is e-commerce? E-commerce means selling things on the internet. So when I take this bottle of water and I sell it on my WhatsApp, on my Instagram, on my website, that is e-commerce, right? Now, if I take this pure water and I remove the name here and then change the pack, this covering, this such, what's it called now? This label, I change it to my name. It becomes Caesar Pure Water. What I've just done is called white labeling. All right. Now, assuming I buy this water now from China, what I've done is importation. If I buy it from China and sell it here in Nigeria, then what I've done is importation and selling. That is import and selling. Now, if I go to somebody offline and buy this water and then come and sell it on my Instagram, what I'm doing is local arbitrage. Okay, what I'm doing is local arbitrage. I have bought from somebody offline, or let's say Balogun Market or wherever it is that you buy your product, and then I come online and sell it. That particular e-commerce is called local arbitrage, right? That's clear. Okay, good. Now, drop shipping is, this is sold on Temu. And I come and I tell somebody, I have I have a bottle of water for sale. Give me 200 naira, right? And then the person gives me 200 naira, and I go to Temu and I place an order and put the person's address. Now, when I do that, that is called dropshipping e-commerce model. Okay. Now, the easy e-com partnership model. That particular one is, I don't have a customer, I don't have a product, but then I come to somebody who I would call my partner now, and then I say, give me 10 bottles of pure water or 10 bottles of this water, and I'm going to go and sell it. And then when I sell it, I will give you the capital plus a little profit and then take my own profit. So I will take this particular water, put my own money on top, and just go and sell it like I own it. That is easy e-com partnership model. I'm going to break it down for you. You're going to understand it. All right. That's for people that you're going to understand it. I believe that if you're watching this video up to this point, you're very smart. Because I know that by this time we're already 16 minutes in, the Kokom heads have dropped out already. But if you're watching this video up to this point, you're a very smart person, you're a very determined person. You're not the kind of person who social media notification will drag out when they are focused. And by the end of this video, you're going to get exactly what I need you to understand. Now, if you want to start the easy e-com partnership model, or EEP, like I call it, the first thing you need to do is to first of all decide, okay, is the easy e-com partnership model the best business for me? So the reason what's going to make it not be the best business model for you is, number one, if you have 500,000 plus in your bank account right now and you have experience, then you can just go the traditional route. Just go and do the traditional route. You can do you can either like go or buy stuff from China, import it through Alibaba or AliExpress. This is what a lot of people are doing. You can do that. You can do the local arbitrage. You go to the market, you buy bags and come and sell it on the internet, right? But the problem with this is that you're playing with your money. If you buy the wrong products, if you don't have experience, you're going to buy product and it's going to get stuck with you. You will not know how to sell it. This is the thing that a lot of people are suffering from. They go and buy products, they want to start a business, and they find out that people don't actually need that product, or the competition for that product is so much that they don't know how to sell it. And that's very terrible. Now, the second one is drop shipping. All right. This is good for you if you have 400,000 plus, 400,000, 5 million, thereabout, right? And you have your Chinese contact. Very important, because if you say, okay, let me go and buy from Temu and do that dropshipping thingy that I just talked about, you could probably place an order for somebody and it's a terrible product. And the product is not up to standard. And people are going to drag your page. People are going to drag you. People are going to get angry at you. And that is not how to build a business. And the thing about dropshipping is that you could place your order. Let's say a simple shoe. Somebody places an order for a simple shoe on your site, and it takes like 2 weeks, 3 weeks before it gets to the customer. That is terrible, of course. And when somebody has given you your money and they're waiting for their product for that long, they're going to drag you out too. All right. But the best thing, the best model that I advise for anybody, even if you have 400,000, even if you have 5 million naira, people come to me and they want to learn e-commerce, and they have 5 million, 10 million naira upwards, and they're looking for where to pump the money into. And what I tell them to do is calm down, keep your money. Go and learn easy e-com partnership model first. Apply it. Learn the business. Take the risk with a small amount of money first before you go all in. Now, the reason why you're doing this is to test. Because one thing about this life is that most of the time, people go into a business having a big expectation. They go and rent a shop, put an AC inside and all of that, and it's chilling. But the business that they're about to do would end up folding because they have not tested the business before going inside. There's a lot of things associated with the business that you need to know by actually testing a real life experience before you go full in. Now, another thing about the easy e-com model is that you can sell other people's products, right? And use it to raise capital and get experience before you now invest your money. Okay, before you now invest your money. All right. So now, if you understand what easy e-com partnership model is, I want to then you're ready for what we need to go into now, which is step one. But then, in case you don't understand it fully, look at what it means. It means you come to a partner. The partner already has bottled water. You tell them, give me 10 packs. When I sell it, I will bring your money plus profit to you. Or give me 10 packs. When I sell it, you take your own money, I take my profit. Right? That is the easy e-com partnership model. All right? Now, good. Step one, what you need to do is to get your seed capital. Get your seed capital. This is the money you're going to use to start the business. Now, this money is your baby. Now, a lot of times, people don't really realize the importance of the money that they are spending every time. You go out, you sit, hang with your friends, you spend 35,000 naira on the spot. I mean, there are some places you go to, barbecue fish is more than 35,000 naira, right? There are some places you go to, you spend that money on the spot without knowing that this kind of money, this kind of small amount of money can actually turn into something very big if you have the right information. It is the right information that changes life. It is the right information we're going to be sharing with you here today. So you need your seed capital of 5,200 to start with the EasyCom partnership model. This money, you're going to use it to test the waters. You're going to use it to get experience, and you're going to use it to raise money for yourself. And then this money is going to be invested in the Easy Ecom partnership model so that you don't take so much risk by using your own money to get started. Now, the step two, once you have your seed capital, is to research. There are two things you're going to research. Number one is a hot product, and number two is a partner. So what does this mean? There are products that you can't put much profit on. For example, this bottled water. Everybody knows what the amount a bottled water goes for, right? If you come and say, okay, I'm not going to sell bottled water again for 200 naira. I'm going to sell it for 1,000. Nobody's going to look at you. Nobody's going to buy from you, right? But then there are some products that people don't exactly have a price tag for. Example of that product is a laptop. People can buy one laptop for different price. One laptop can sell for 170. It can sell for 180. It can sell for 200. And you would have people buy it at this different price point. That is why laptops are the best things to go into when you want to do this particular model. All right? Because people have a high perceived value of it already. So when you put your profit, you're going to sell it at most of those prices. Then once you have your product down, the next thing you want to do is to find a partner that is willing to give you 10 laptops. For example, not everybody's going to do that, all right? But I'm going to do it for you. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you 10 laptops that you can start with. But of course, this is not for everybody. I can't give everybody 10 laptops, right? All right, so the profit on each of this laptop is between 25,000 to 50,000 naira. Which means that 4 sales is going to give you, let's take for example, you're selling it for 25,000. 4 sales will give you 100,000 naira. And you might probably be wondering, why do I want to give you 10 laptops? There's a selfish reason for it, and I'm going to explain all of that as we go on. Now, step 3, you now have your seed capital. You've decided on a product. You've decided on a partner, which is me. The next thing you want to do is step 3, you create a simple sales system. Now, this system is what you're going to use to sell off the laptops without begging people. Honestly, see, one thing I hate so much is begging people for stuff. You'll be able to use this sales system to sell this product off automatically. You don't need to chase. You don't need to beg. You don't need to do too much. I see people go on Instagram and they are dancing and they are doing all sorts to sell their product. You don't need all of that. And you'll be able to get people to place an order on your website or your WhatsApp. This is it's literally very simple and easy to get buyers right now. It is simple and easy to get buyers right now. Let me tell you why. There are more than every single day. So can you, if you run your Facebook ad, for example, take for example this ad that we run here. This ad that we run here, They showed our video, the video of the product that we were selling, to 34,000 people. You don't even need so many people to buy for you to be in very good money. You just need, here, what we got was 46 orders, and then 14 people ended up buying. You don't need so much. So there is no way that you're not going to do at least 4 sales out of millions and millions of people that Facebook is going to show your ad to. And then the ad is not even difficult. You just create a video, you put small caption, and you boost it. All right. And then a lot of people have tried to do Facebook ad in the past and it failed. It's because you don't know my system. You don't know how to run Facebook like I do. I've been running Facebook for the past 6 years. I know all the tricks. I know all the game. Right? So you don't know how to run it like I do, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do it so you can be able to get the kind of results that I do. Now, the e-com partnership model requires that you make profits when you have been given a product. So let's take, for example, I say, okay, I'm going to give you laptops to sell, 10 laptops to sell for free. I'm not going to collect you any money up front. And I'm going to sell each of them for you after you've made your sale. The money you're going to give me is 150,000. The thing that people do, people that don't know business, what they do is they go and they top up. Let's take, for example, I give you a laptop for 150,000. I see people do this all the time, people I work with. They go and they say, okay, I'm going to put 20,000 naira on the product. But then, why are you putting 20,000 on the product? You're going to run ad. You're going to pay for delivery. You're going to do phone calls. You're going to use the internet to chat these customers. The best way to do the maths is to add your expenses plus your expected profit. And here's an example. You get a laptop at 150,000, ad spend 2,500 naira. This is what we budget for it. We add it to the 150,000. Delivery 7,000 naira. It could be less, but let's do worst case scenario, 7,000 naira. You add it. All right. Miscellaneous 5,000. This covers your phone calls, your data. 5,000. You add it before you now add your profit. So that way, even in all of these expenses, you're still doing very fine if all of these expenses are deducted from the price of the product. And then you have your selling price at 189,500. So which means that your partner takes his own after the product has been sold, and then you take your profit. So what happens here is your partner is the one who's going to hold the product. So you're going to be the one to run the ad. And then once you get the sale, you just send the order to your partner. Your partner will take the product, go and deliver it, because he already has delivery bikes scattered around the country. He goes to deliver it, and then once he takes the money, because it's payment on delivery. I mean, these people don't trust you. You need to take the product to them first. And then you deliver the product, they look at it, they see that it's what they ordered, and then they pay. And then your partner takes the money for the product and then sends you the profit. All right. Of course, the partner would also make profit, but the partner makes profit, you make profit, the profit that you put on top of the product. All right. Good. Now, the step 4, which I basically just touched now, is you use the Jumia method to sell this product. Now, this is the reason why this system works so well. The way people do business on the internet, the way people do e-commerce is you start your brand, you start to build trust. And this building trust requires building your Instagram page, getting people to know you first. Now, the reason why you're doing all of that effort is because you're doing payments before delivery. You're telling people that don't know you from Adam, give me money. I'm going to deliver this product to you after you give me money. Of course, they're going to doubt you. I mean, people have trust issues around here in this country and most African countries, right? So the best thing to do is the Jumia method. Jumia method is this. I am going to bring the product to you. You examine it. You determine if it's what you ordered. Then that is only when you pay. So the way this works for the Easy E-com partnership model is once you get an order, you call the customer and say, hello, we just got your order. Are you ready for pickup today? The customer will say yes. Then you forward the address of the customer to your partner, to the e-com partner, the person who has the product, the person who has the delivery bikes. You send the order to that particular partner, and then they take the product from their state warehouses. Now, a partner has warehouses scattered around the country. For me personally, I have warehouses in 22 states of Nigeria. So when you send me the order, if for example you're in Lagos and you got an order in Bayelsa, I'm going to call my delivery bike in Bayelsa and say, go and deliver this product to this person, this person. And then they go deliver the product, collect cash and or collect payment or transfer, and then we will now send you your own money and keep our own. All right. Now, this takes, sometimes it takes same day. Sometimes it takes 48 hours. All right. Depending on the state. So let's say, for example, we're in 22 states, warehouses in 22 states. If we get any order outside of those 22 states, it will take 48 hours to move it from that particular state to the state where we don't have a warehousing. All right. So that's exactly how this works. Now, I have seen this particular model. See, I've taught people this thing that are now millionaires, right? And I've seen something that happens to them most of the time. Because of how easy this stuff is, they start to live a lavish lifestyle. It happened to me too, right? Most of the time when it starts happening to people that I teach this thing, I just allow them to just experience it. And they usually realize their mistake later on, because you could probably bring out your bank statement and see that in a month you've spent 10 million naira. 5 million. You don't know exactly where that money went into. So the one thing that you need to make sure you're doing is to reinvest the cash flow into the business. Because at the end of the day, you need to have your own inventory. You need to have your own inventory. All right. So let's take, for example, now, I mean, this is very predictable cash flow, but let's look at this. Conservative target. Let's say you say, okay, you're not the kind of person that likes to push themselves so hard. You say, okay, I'm going to do 1 laptop every week, which means 4 laptops in a month, which I don't even see why anybody would not want to push themselves more than this target. But then there are people like that. You say, the 2,000 naira profit times 4, you're going to do 128,000 naira in a month. Okay, in a year, it could amount to something if you're doing this to raise money for your rent and all of that. But then if you just want like a realistic target, this is what we have. I have a lot of people that do this number the first month that they come into the program. We have people doing 2 to 3 laptops per week, which means that in a month they are doing comfortably 320,000 naira per month without effort. But then if you're like me, you're very aggressive, you just want to make money and crush things, right? And you say, okay, I'm going to do 1 laptop every 2 days. It means that at least the money you're going to be making from this particular model is 480,000 naira a month. And you're doing this without spending millions to buy your own products. You're doing this thing. This is even conservative number. So let's take, for example, you want to save money for a new car, you want to save money for a vacation, right? Probably want to go, to a vacation in one of these countries. You could set this up and actually save this money into an account that you can use to prepare for where you're going to. Okay. Now, the most exciting thing is this. I was not always like this, right? I was not always this successful. I used to be a school teacher. Look at this, was me looking very hungry and broke. And the most exciting thing about this particular business model is that anyone can do this. There is no need for any technical skill. The only thing you're going to learn here is how to set up your Facebook ad, and that thing does not even take more than 10 minutes and you're done. You don't need to spend a whole lot on startup capital because you're using someone else's stock, which is my own stock. I mean, 10 laptops is worth more than 1.8 million naira. Okay, now it doesn't matter if you have a job. You can do this at your current job with just 30 minutes a day. All you have to do is to do phone call. I mean, these things are very easy. It's very easy to do, right? Anybody can do this stuff. All right, it doesn't matter if you're a student. It doesn't matter if you're a housewife. Startup capital for this thing is low, and you can run it from anywhere. If you're in Tanzania, I have my friend who is running this particular model. He lives in the UK. He will go for shifts. And then he has somebody who is making the call for him right here in Nigeria. And he's getting the money and using it to handle a lot of issues. Okay? So it doesn't matter if you're not in the country, this is going to work for you. And at this point, if you're a very smart person this time, if you're a very smart person, deep down in you, you've seen the possibility that this model can open up for you. Because most of the time, the reason why people struggle is not because there is anything wrong with them. There is nothing wrong with them. The reason why they struggle is because they've not seen the right information like this one. Who understand how to spot the right information already see the opportunity that is opening up in front of them right now. But the problem that I see a lot of people that struggle with, which is the reason why we started the Builder program, is that whenever I explain this thing to people, they see the possibility, but they have these following problems. Number one is that they don't have anybody to give them products for free. Nobody's willing to bet on them. That's number one problem. Number two is that they don't know how to create that system that sends them sales automatically without them jumping up and down on Instagram or begging people to buy on their WhatsApp status. They don't know how to create that system. And number three is that they don't have the network of delivery bikes like I do that they can use to push the product around the country. All right, because I see a lot of people who start businesses, e-commerce, and they are only Lagos delivery. What's that? You need to be able to sell to the entire country so you can make more money. And then some people don't also have an experienced person that will teach them this step-by-step process so they don't make mistakes. So they take their money, they go and do it themselves, and they lose a lot of money and they get injured trying to figure this stuff out, right? And they wish that they could have somebody who's going to show them every single thing step by step, right? When I started, I was clueless too. All right, I saw people making money from e-commerce. These people were driving nice cars, living in a nice apartment. They were going on vacation, and I wanted to be like them. But most of them, I don't know why people do this stuff. They learn something, they figure out how to get out of poverty, and they hide the information from others. Right? I think the reason why they do it is they don't know that. Personally, I believe that to stop my own. I'm an aggressive business person. Whenever I want to go and get a gold crushed, I go and crush it. Most people cannot outwork me, right? And I believe that your success is not going to stop my own because I am also somebody who works hard, right? And because of this, I do not have any problem sharing business secrets with people. But finally, when I finally learned how this entire thing is done, capital was a problem. I learned how e-commerce is done. I learned how to do this business. I learned how to, buy the product and all of that. But startup capital was the problem. But today, my business have grown beyond my expectations. Now I have more laptops that I can handle alone. My UK suppliers send containers every month. I can afford to buy any car below 50 million naira. I can afford to travel to China once a year. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be going to China in the next 2 months. And life is very good to me because of this particular business model. And look, I could talk every day. I could talk all day. Let me drink this water. I could talk all day. But I'd rather show you than talk. This is my page. If you go to the page, you will not see any comment. You will not see any post. I use the backend to push this product. All right. But this is my ad gadget. Already, this particular ad has 72,000 views. Look at it here. And then it has 262 likes. Look at it here. And it has 74 comments. And a lot of people are saying I'm interested. Because the reason I'm showing you this is because there are people who, I taught my cousin this stuff. Not my brother, my cousin this time. I'm going to show you his picture very soon. One question he asked me was, do enough people buy laptops to make the kind of money you're making? Right? And that's why I'm showing you this stuff. This is 72,000 people viewed this, 74 likes, 262 likes. Okay, so a lot of people are actually interested in this stuff. Now, look at this. This particular ad account is just one of my ad accounts. Look at the date here. 1st June 2025 to 16th August 2025. This is just 3 months. Now watch. This is for my HP product. The reach was 43,000 people, right? And I just got 22 sales. 22 sales. I don't need so many people to actually make money from this stuff. This was shown to 103,000 people. I got 92. This was shown to just 24 sales orders. This was shown to 199,000 people. I got 21 orders. This was shown to 10,000 plus people and I got 20 orders. Now, not all of these orders actually turn to sale. Now, look at, for this particular one, I spent 658,000 naira on this ad. And the only reason why I can spend this amount of money on this ad is because it's making me money. I'm a businessman. I cannot carry 658,000 and just throw it away like that if this thing is not making me money. So look here. Now, we got 259 orders in 3 months, and 142 was confirmed and delivered for a 195,000 laptop, which means that we grossed 27.6 million naira in sales. All right, in just 3 months. Okay, and we did this with a page that I don't post on often. I just have 54 followers on my page, and I don't chase after followers. I don't chase after customers. I just use the Facebook backend to push my product. Okay, and I promise you, see, there's something I always tell people. If you write down what you want to achieve, no matter how big, and you constantly tell yourself that you can do it, soon your brain and the entire universe conspires and starts to push it towards you. I see a lot of people come and I can't do this. Oh, it's not possible in this economy. It is. If you think that it's not possible for you, then it's not possible for you. And this video is not for you. But then if you believe that you have what it takes, if you believe that you're not here to suffer, if you believe that poverty is not your portion, then by the special grace of God, through me, you're going to make a lot of money. All right. And I think there's a reason why you're taking this free training today. The reason why you're taking this free training today is because it is time for you to actually get results. Now, can anyone do this? I showed you my brother initially. I tested this model with 2 persons. I tested it with my brother and I tested it with my cousin. And the reason why I did this was I wanted to be sure whether this was just working for me because I created it. I'm not super smart. I don't think I'm a super smart person. Right? Which means that if it works for me, it can work for anybody. All right? I just know how to find exactly what works and go all in big time. And that is exactly what you need to do. So take, for example, my cousin, Ugochukwu. He went from losing money to crypto to making 480,000 naira monthly from this stuff in his first month. And he has never sold anything online before. So you cannot say, oh, he did not have any form of experience at all. He made his first sell in 2 days, 165,000 naira profit, and then by the month 3, he was consistently doing around 40,000 naira monthly. And then, which is something I expect everybody to do, he was able to save to fully launch his own business with his own set of laptops. He's doing so well now. The last time I talked to him, he did 1.4 million naira in sales. And one thing he said was, I love how predictable this thing is. It is very predictable. Cash flow is not going to be your problem after this. If it's for cash flow, you're going to be making money every single day. Every single day, money is going to be coming to your account. All right, this is Ugochukwu's ad account. As you can see, if you count, this is 402 sales, orders. I call it orders because you have to confirm the order and now deliver. All right, so 188, 37, 8, 16. And then over 542 we are confirmed and delivered. The only work you will do with this thing is, hello, we got your order. Are you ready for delivery? Are you ready for pickup today? That's the only work you do with this stuff. You're not even trying to convince anybody because these people are people that have placed an order already. I'm interested in this particular product. So you're not even calling people, begging them to buy or convincing them to buy. These people are already interested. Okay, and now this is my brother, Uchenna. He went from job seeker to employer. Right now, he employs people that help him with call. He's getting so many orders that he needs people to call, to help and call and close the orders for him. All right? And then this is one of his ad, as you can see here. This was for Dell 3189. This is an active ad. Right here, he was able to do 186 website orders, and then he delivered 120 laptops for a 195,000 naira laptop. Do the maths. All right, this is because I know that a lot of people will come and say, is this really real? I'm showing these are screenshots of his actual customers. This one, have you been contacted? Because of course, delivery agents are the ones that handle delivery for him, and then this is the bank screenshot, right? Transfer screenshot. This is another one, 175,000. This is another one, 175,000. And he's doing this thing every day. And he started with 55,200 naira. Now, I want to guide you to get the same result I and my relations have now. And this is why I started something I call the Builder Platform, to help smart, ambitious people like me to build a business. And we do 3 things inside the Builder Platform. The first thing is I'm going to give you access to 10 laptops worth 1.8 million naira. Now, please, these are not brand new laptops. These are UK used laptops. And the reason why UK used laptops work is that brand new laptops are much more expensive than UK used laptops. Used laptops are the things that Nigerians go for because it is cheaper and it's what they can afford. But the good thing about these laptops is that they are cleared by custom, which means that they are in very good condition. All right, they are sitting in our computer village of warehouse right now. You're going to get photos, specifications, pricing, all of that is ready. And you're not going to pay anything upfront. You just sell. You only pay when you have sold. So you're not going to say, I'm not asking you money to take the 10 laptops. You only pay after you've sold. And there is a reason for this. I'm going to tell you why. Why I'm willing to do this. And now, while others are struggling to raise capital for one laptop, you're going to have 10 laptops to sell. And then by the time you're done selling it, you're going to have your own startup capital to get started with the entire business. And then step 2 of what we do inside the Builder platform is we're going to teach you the 72 hours fast tested selling system. So this is the system that I use to sell laptops fast. All right. It's not, a lot of people don't know how this thing is done. A lot of people do not know this stuff. I have done this thing for 6 years plus. I know how it works. I know all of the secrets, and I'm going to show you my secret, right? And the reason why I want to show you my secret, I'm going to explain that in a few moments. And then what is going to happen is you're going to sit back while we do the heavy lifting for you. You might be thinking, I'm coming to work for this guy. No, you're not. I'm going to do most of the heavy lifting. See what I mean? Customers will place an order. Then you forward the order via WhatsApp to us. We pack the product, and then we take our delivery. We ask our delivery people to send that particular product across the states of the Federation. We send that particular product to the customer, and then we collect the payment and send you the profit. And some people might say, okay, how am I sure that you're going to give me the money when you collect the payment? You call the customer. All right. So you can go to my Twitter. I'm basically not going to do anything that is going to bring my name in bad light. All right. So if we do that, you call us out. It's as simple as that. Okay. A lot of people are getting results from this already, so you don't need to worry about that. So which means you leverage both our inventory and our delivery infrastructure. So the result you're getting is 25,000 to 45,000 naira profit per laptop with no inventory risk, no logistics stress, no customer service headache. You just plug into an already existing business, you sell, you take profit, then you can launch out on your own after you've saved up money and have learned the business fully. But now, let us answer the question that you have in your mind. You're wondering, Caesar, why are you doing this? This thing seems to be very lucrative. Why are you sharing the secret? Now, there is a selfish reason why I'm sharing the secret. But the good thing about this selfish reason is that you also benefit from it too. Now, I realized something. I realized that I can sell 50 laptops working alone every month. But if I have, let's say, 25 people that are selling laptops with me, we can move together 500 laptops, which means that I get to make more profit working, because while I'm doing this, my ads are still running too. But I need to push more product every month because I am a very aggressive business person. I like to make more money. All right, and that is why I'm doing this stuff. Now, you're getting the complete system inside the Builder platform. You're getting access to my laptop inventory worth 1.8 million, and you pay nothing upfront. You're getting step-by-step training to show you how the entire business runs so that you can run it from a locked room if you want, and find customers without pressure, without begging, without chasing, without doing any of that silly stuff people do on Instagram to get sales. And then I'm going to give you my exact marketing materials. You're going to plug in into my logistic infrastructure, my logistics network. And then I'm also going to give you personal guidance to show you how to get results from this stuff. So what is your investment for the Builder platform? Because the truth of the matter is I don't want everybody. I want to filter this to get as much serious people as I can get. And this is something that apprentices spend 7 years serving their Oga before they get the Igbo apprenticeship program. But I'm not going to, of course, nobody's going to serve anybody here for 7 years. This is not even service, right? And you will not pay 500,000 naira. Okay, you're not going to pay 500,000 naira to me. No, you're not going to do that. Even though my friend, who I taught this stuff, charges people 600,000 plus to teach them. But I'm not going to charge you that because I know that the economy is difficult for a lot of people, and very few people will be able to afford that amount if I slam that for this platform. Now, you're not going to pay 300,000 naira. No, that is still high. You're not going to pay 100,000 naira to access these particular products that I'm going to give you. The only thing that you pay, your investment today, is 35,000 naira. Now, the reason for this amount of money is to filter off people, to know, okay, this person is coming and is committed. And this is less than what most people spend on a weekend in Lagos. It's less than what people spend, when they hang out with their friends. All right. So for you to get access to the Builder platform, click the button below to get access. Now, here's the real value of what you're getting, because I know that some very funny people are going to be saying, why don't you give us access for free, completely free? No, I will not do that. I'm not going to give you access for free. Usually the people that have that mindset are the people that have tested this thing back to back many times. The people that come up with that idea end up being a pain. They end up being very, very terrible people and very useless in the entire system. So no, I'm not going to do that. But look at what you're getting for 35,000 naira. You're getting access to my laptop inventory. You're getting access to inventory that's already there. You're getting access to laptop supplier relationship. I'm going to give you, after your 10 laptops, I'm going to give you the direct contact of the supplier so you can start to buy from them directly if you want. Now, you're learning the sales system that I use to push all of this laptop. You're plugging into my logistics infrastructure, all the delivery bikes in 22+ states and more. And then all of this thing is worth more than 700,000 naira. Do the math. But you're getting access for just 35,000 naira. For just 35,000 naira, you're plugging into an already existing business. Now, one question that I also get is, how quick can I see results? Usually 3 months, people start seeing very, very nice results. But by week 1, we're going to go through an onboarding system access. So this is where your training begins. You go to the training to understand how the entire business works. Then by week 2, you start your first ad. And at this point, this is when orders start to come. But then, just so that we assume that orders don't come, let's say by week 3, you make your first sales. And this is where most people recover all of their investment. Okay, by week 4, this is where you now start to scale to sell more products. So if you're selling one product in week 3, by week 4, you should be targeting selling 3-4 products. By week 2, this is where we see people start doing 200,000 plus redeem around that area. By week 3, 400,000 plus, and then this is where I see a lot of people come and say, okay, Caesar, I need to quit my job. I need to focus on this stuff. We guide you through every single step of the way from week 1 to that month 3, so you can actually start getting results. Now, again, I'm going to repeat this. Here's your investment breakdown. You're paying a partnership fee of 35,000 naira, one-time payment for training and access to the inventory. Then 20,000 naira is going to be for your first ad. Now, sometimes people get their sale on that 20,000 naira, but then there are some people that don't get sales on 20,000. I'm going to be very honest with you, right? Sometimes you could do 40,000 before you start to make sale, but then this thing is in such a way that you're going to cover your investment before that 40,000 naira runs out. All right, before that 40,000 naira. And then the time commitment is 30 minutes daily for your customer calls. The only work you're going to be doing here is to make your call. All right, and then you don't give me any money for inventory upfront, And location is you can run this from anywhere. So the way this works is that you could be in Lagos, and if you get order in Bayelsa, you just give us the address of the person in Bayelsa. Our delivery agent will take the product from our warehouse in Bayelsa and send it to the customer. So you can run this stuff from anywhere, and your customers will be able to get the product delivered to them. Good. And then experience, you don't need a lot of experience. You don't need any experience at all. We are going to give you all of the training that you require, everything. We're going to teach you everything. Okay, good. Now, most people make back their investment from their first laptop sale in the first week. All right. But then the reason why I gave you this whole breakdown is just so that I set expectations so you don't give up early, if you're the kind of person that don't learn things very quickly. Oh, good. And then the last one is I'm giving you my 90-day triple your money back guarantee. So I don't expect you to trust me blindly. I know that this is going to work, but just in case it doesn't work for you, which I'm very sure that that's never going to happen, if you follow everything that I teach you for 30 days, you put in 30 minutes daily, and you don't make at least 170,000 naira in profit, you come and show me that you actually did what I asked you to do, and I'm going to give you back your 35,000 naira, no question asked. So which means that you're literally not risking anything with this particular stuff. You're risking nothing. And the reason why I can beat my chest and make this guarantee is because I've seen this thing work too many times. It is proven. It is predictable. It works. And here's the only catch. In as much as this thing, I made it such a way that it's easy for people to jump on, I don't want everybody, honestly. I can only accept a few number of people every month. And the reason for this is because, number one, we don't have enough product to go around for a lot of people. That's number one. Number two is I give people, I like to be part of the process, right? So if there's a lot of people to manage, it's going to be too difficult for us to manage. Number three is we need to be able to track orders. So if we have a lot of people coming to place, give us their orders and all of that, it's going to be very rowdy and we'll not be able to track orders. So we keep it to a very small number, and after a few people, we close. All right. So I've noticed something about opportunities like this, right? There are two types of people. Number one, people that get excited. They save the information, they tell their friends about it, but they never actually start. All right. These are the people that, that, man, I hope you get whatever it is that you want in life, but people that actually get results don't act like this. The way people that get results from life do is that they see an opportunity, they make a decision, and they move. All right, so these are the people that are usually making money while the first group take time planning, thinking so much and all of that and never getting results. So it depends on the kind of person that you are. That is up to you to decide. So here is where you are right now. You have two options. Option number one is you say this is interesting and then you go back to your normal life. Probably the money you're making, 850,000 naira a month, is not big money for you. You just want to keep doing what you're doing. That's also fine. Now, option number two are the people that are going to take 35,000 naira and join the Builder platform. You take the money you might spend on something else that will not bring any return and invest it in this opportunity. And 6 months from now, you're going to be, happy you took that decision. But then whichever one you tend to choose. I got a little bit distracted. I got a call now. I got a little bit distracted. Now, 6 months from now, you either be making serious money or wondering why you didn't start now. The choice is completely yours, honestly. The choice is completely yours. Whatever you decide is up to you. All right, let me be completely honest with you about what this takes. This will work for you if you follow the system exactly the way I will show you. All right, you need to put in the time daily, consistently. You need to be able to take instructions. Don't try to improve the system. Follow it exactly the way I asked you to follow it. And then this won't work for you if you think you know better than a proven system. If you don't do what you're asked to do exactly as I show you, and if you give up after a few no's from customers, all right, and if you also do not run ads, because if you don't run ads, it's definitely going to work for you. It's not going to work for you, okay? Now, but for the first 10 persons that take actions and join right now in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to give you the extra bonus of having my personal phone number. Now, the reason why this is important is you could have some personal questions that you need to ask. You have direct WhatsApp access to me for 30 days. You will skip the support, you will skip my assistance, you come to me directly. All right. Now, personal guidance, I give you personal guidance on your first deal. So whenever you want to get that your first set of products from the supplier, you can come here and say, okay, this supplier said this XYZ, XYZ. Do you think is the right thing to do? Or this delivery agent is doing XYZ, XYZ. Do you think I should go ahead with it? You're getting access to that particular access with me. All right. And then you're also getting fast track to success. But this is only open for 10 people, 10 persons only. And let me address some of the things you're thinking. All right. Number one, you're asking, is this real? Honestly, I if you've seen everything that I've shown you already and you still think that this is not real, then it's fine. Honestly, it's fine. You don't have to put your money in it if you think that this is something that is too risky for you. All right. But then you can also visit our Computer Village. Our Computer Village office is at Grace Plaza, Computer Village, Lagos. You might also be asking, what if I can't sell? 20% of people that come in don't have any experience. They don't know how to sell. But within 3 days, they usually get their first sales within 3 days. Some people that come in also don't have a sales experience. 80% of our partners started with zero sales experience, and they also got sales because they followed our step-by-step proven method. You don't need to you don't need to be creative about this stuff. We already have a way this thing works. I just give it to you and you use it and run with it. All right. Can I do this part-time? Yes. All of our success stories started out part-time. It was only by third month after they started getting more money than they were getting from their place of work, they resigned. One thing I know is that if you have a job now and you start doing this thing, you're definitely going to resign because you start making more money and you make it from the comfort of your home, and you wonder what's all this, what's the stress for it, then you resign. It happens. I've seen this happen to every single person that I showed this particular strategy. Now, what if it doesn't work? If it doesn't work, it's your village people, it's not my fault, but I know it's going to work. And even if it doesn't work for you, I'm going to give you have my 90 days guarantee, ask for your money back, I give it to you, and you risk absolutely nothing. Right, now, good. So final warning, here's what happens in a few days. In a few days, we're going to push this investment. The investment to join Builder program is going to increase to 65,000 naira. All of the bonuses is going to disappear. My personal WhatsApp access is going to be gone forever. And then the partnership spots that we have available for this particular program might be filled up. You don't have time. Don't be the person who is going to watch this and then lose out. All right, don't be that person. All right, I don't want that person to be you. And this is it. This is decision time. I've shown you everything. I've shown you the proof. I don't know what else I need to do for you. I've shown you the proof. I've shown you the system. I've shown you the success story. I've given you the guarantee. If at this point you think that you still would not take that leap, then it's not for you, honestly. And I don't have any atom of desire to convince you to jump on this. All right, so in the next 60 seconds, you're either going to take action and potentially change your life forever, or you're going to make excuses and stay exactly. No, you're not going to stay exactly where you are. You're going to succeed. You're going to do something else that's going to make you successful. All right, but then you can make excuses and say, I don't want to do this stuff, and that's fine. All right, but if you want to get started, let me leave you with this. All right, some years ago I was struggling. I was frustrated. I was tired. I had a lot of financial problems, right? And I remember I was so broke I couldn't afford, basic amenities. It was so terrible. But this opportunity changed everything for me. And it's not just about the money, it's about the confidence this gives. I know that, God forbid I go broke today, I know exactly what to do to start to come up. It gives you that confidence knowing that you know how to produce cash predictably. There is nothing if there's any one thing that you should go out with, is that confidence that you have, knowing that you can make money anytime that you want. All right, I'm sharing this because I strongly believe. I don't know you personally, but I strongly believe that this is going to work for you, because I've seen people that he has worked for, people that I thought that he worked for, people that I'm sure that are not even super smart people, with all due respect to them. So the question now is, are you ready to try something different? Here's how to join right now. Click the button below this video. You're going to see the button under this video. Fill in your information. Make the 35,000 naira investment to join the Builder platform. get instant access to the training, start to take the training, implement the training, and get your first order, get your first payment